Let me ask you something. What if fixing your car didn't require a trip to the mechanic, fancy tools, or even a single dollar? Sounds wild, right? But it's true. There's a little-known trick, actually several of them, that can reset your car's computer systems, clear weird engine issues, and even wipe out those annoying warning lights, all from your own driveway. These methods are fast, free, and shockingly powerful. In fact, most drivers have no idea this stuff even exists, but today, you will. Now here's the truth. Today's vehicles aren't just machines, they're computers on wheels. Dozens of systems, like the engine, transmission, brakes, and even your windows, are controlled by modules constantly talking to each other. But just like any computer, they can get buggy. A small sensor hiccup, a voltage drop, or even an old battery can throw things out of sync. That's when your car starts acting up. Maybe it idles rough, maybe the engine light comes on, or the throttle feels off. A reset can clear these glitches and bring things back to normal, often instantly. Let's start with the battery disconnect method. It's simple but super effective. Here's what you do. Turn off the engine, pull the key out, and disconnect the negative battery terminal. Then, press the brake pedal and hold it for about 30 seconds. This drains any leftover electrical charge hiding in the system. Wait around 15 minutes, reconnect the battery, and that's it. Your car's computer starts fresh. This forces the ECU to relearn fuel trims, idle control, throttle position. Basically, it gives your engine a clean mental slate. Yes, your clock and radio presets will disappear, but in return, you might see that engine light vanish and performance improve. Looking for an even easier method? Try the ignition key trick. This one's especially useful on older cars. Just stick the key in, turn it to the on position without starting the engine, then back off again. Repeat this 3 to 5 times. Keep an eye on the check engine light. In some vehicles like Dodge, Jeep, Chrysler, or older Fords, it will flash in a pattern that actually tells you what's wrong. In many cases, if the problem has cleared itself, this method will wipe the code out completely. Now, if you want a more targeted reset, there's a clever move most people miss: pulling a fuse. Open your fuse box, usually found under the hood or under the steering wheel, and look for labels like ECM, ECU, PCM, or TCU. Pull those fuses out, wait about 10 to 15 minutes, and plug them back in. This resets that specific system without affecting anything else. It's perfect for things like throttle recalibration or transmission reset after a repair, without wiping your whole car's brain. Here's another scenario you might run into: limp mode. You'll know when it happens. Your car suddenly feels sluggish, won't rev high, and just seems like it's protecting itself. That's because it is. Limp mode kicks in when the car senses something's wrong, and it limits performance to avoid further damage. But even after you fix the issue, limp mode can stay stuck. That's where a reset, either battery or fuse-based, can help snap the car back to full power, especially in brands like Nissan, VW, or older BMWs. Just make sure you've actually addressed the root problem first. And speaking of performance, let's talk about your transmission. Automatic gearboxes are smart. They adapt to how you drive. But sometimes, they get a little too used to your habits, and shifts start to feel lazy or jerky. You can fix that by resetting the transmission control module. Here's how. Turn your key to the on position. Don't start the car. Press the gas pedal all the way to the floor and hold it there for 10 seconds. While holding it, turn the key off. Let go of the pedal and wait about 2 minutes. That's it. This method resets the adaptive learning and can make shifting feel crisp again, especially in Nissans, GMs, and Mercedes models. Ever feel your car lag when you hit the gas or notice a rough idle that wasn't there before? That could be the throttle position sensor acting up. Luckily, some cars let you reset it manually. Key on, engine off, wait 2 seconds, press the gas pedal all the way down and release it 5 times. Wait 10 more seconds, then start the engine. If your car supports this, you'll notice smoother acceleration and idle immediately. This trick often works on Toyotas, Hondas, and Nissans. Now here's one more important step most people skip after doing a reset: relearning the idle. After a battery disconnect, your car's ECU forgets how to keep the engine running smoothly at a stop. So if your car idles rough afterward, don't worry. Just start the engine with everything turned off, no AC, no lights, and let it idle for about 5 to 10 minutes. Then turn on the AC and let it idle again for 5 more. After that, go for a short, gentle drive. This helps the system relearn airflow, fuel mix, and idle timing. If you skip this step, you might experience stalling, hesitation, or other weird behavior. So there you have it. Several powerful, free, and simple ways to reset your car and fix common problems. No tools, no shop visits, no stress. It's kind of like giving your car a mental health day. And trust me, it'll thank you for it. Next time your car acts up, try one of these tricks first. You might just save yourself a headache and a few $100. The tire pressure monitoring system, TPMS warning light, may stay on even after your tires are properly inflated. To reset it, make sure all tires are at the recommended pressure. Turn the ignition to the on position. Press and hold the TPMS reset button, usually under the dashboard, and wait for the light to blink 3 times. Release the button and drive the vehicle for at least 10 minutes at speeds over 30 mph. The light should go off. If it doesn't, a sensor may be faulty. Many vehicles also display maintenance reminders for oil changes or routine service. These are not check engine lights and can be reset manually. For example, in most Toyotas, turn the key to the on position without starting the car. Press and hold the trip meter button, then turn the key off while continuing to hold the button. Turn the key back on and wait until the dash either shows all zeros or the maintenance message disappears. The exact steps vary by brand, but most are simple and require no tools. Lastly, let's talk about the psychological impact. Seeing a warning light can make you feel helpless. You walk into a shop where mechanics speak a language you don't understand, and you worry about being overcharged. Learning how to safely reset your car changes that. You take back control. You save money. You gain confidence. Most importantly, you stop guessing and start acting. That shift in mindset makes you a smarter, more capable, and more empowered driver. Use OBD2 tools like a pro without the cost. You don't need a professional mechanic to read or clear diagnostic trouble codes. Basic OBD2 scanners cost just $20 to $30 and are capable of reading and clearing codes easily. More advanced Bluetooth tools like the OBD Link LX or FIXD can provide live data, freeze frame information, and maintenance logs. These tools are incredibly handy because many trouble codes don't require a shop visit. For example, a loose gas cap can trigger code P0455, a misfire shows up as P0300, and an oxygen sensor fault might appear as P0131. With a bit of research, you can understand the code, fix the issue, and clear it yourself. This makes your OBD2 tool the ultimate reset device, one that fits right in your glove box. When not to reset, this is important. While resetting can be powerful, it's critical to know when not to use it. If your car is overheating, leaking fluids, experiencing transmission slips or jerks, or if there are smoke or strong smells, do not attempt a reset. In these cases, resetting the codes only masks the symptoms. It doesn't solve the root cause. Resets are best reserved for minor glitches or after a repair has been made, not to cover up serious mechanical or safety problems. Resetting after replacing sensors. After replacing sensors like the MAF, O2, TPS, or IAT, it's important to clear the old values stored in the vehicle's computer. If you skip this step, the ECU might continue using outdated information, which can delay the benefits of your repair. Once the new part is installed, perform a battery reset or fuse pull, followed by an idle relearn process to ensure the system calibrates correctly to the new sensor data. Clearing ABS or SRS codes, what you need to know. Your vehicle's ABS, anti-lock braking system, and SRS, supplemental restraint system, are essential for safety, especially during emergencies. When warning lights for these systems appear on your dashboard, it's not something you can or should ignore. These aren't just simple alerts. They often require advanced diagnostic tools to read and clear properly. Basic OBD2 scanners usually don't have access to these safety-critical modules. However, specialized Bluetooth tools like Carista or Bimmer Code may be able to handle them, depending on your vehicle's make. It's important to remember that you should never clear these codes just to turn the warning light off. Only clear them after the actual fault has been professionally diagnosed and repaired. These systems are designed to save your life. Treat them with the seriousness they deserve. Factory reset, going full nuclear. Some vehicles offer the option to perform a full factory reset from the infotainment system. This type of reset won't affect the engine or transmission, but it will erase personal data, like paired smartphones, navigation history, audio preferences, and saved driver settings. It's especially useful if you're preparing to sell your car or if you're experiencing odd behavior from your infotainment system, such as glitches, lag, or software bugs. Look in the settings menu for options labeled Master Reset or Factory Restore. If you're unsure, your vehicle's owner manual will provide the exact steps. A factory reset can refresh the user interface and resolve many minor software issues, giving your car's tech systems a clean slate. Resetting CVT logic. Continuously variable transmissions, CVTs, are different from traditional gearboxes. They adapt over time to your driving habits to deliver smoother performance and better fuel efficiency. But sometimes that adaptation works against you, especially if the car has been driven aggressively or has sat idle for a long time. If your CVT feels sluggish or unresponsive, it may benefit from a reset or relearn. Brands like Nissan, Subaru, and Toyota often include built-in relearn sequences. Start by letting the engine warm up fully, then drive steadily at moderate speed for a few minutes, followed by 3 to 5 firm acceleration and deceleration cycles. This process helps the transmission readjust its behavior. Some vehicles may require a scan tool for a full reset, while others will naturally recalibrate after a few days of consistent, gentle driving. Resetting the HVAC system. If your car's heater or air conditioner starts acting strangely, like blowing air in the wrong direction, making ticking sounds, or failing to respond, it could be due to a confused HVAC system. This often happens when the blend doors or actuators lose their calibration. Fortunately, in many cars, there's a simple reset trick. With the ignition on, engine off, press and hold the recirculate and rear defrost buttons at the same time for 5 seconds. This will trigger the system to recalibrate itself. You'll likely hear the internal components clicking or cycling as it resets airflow paths. This process usually fixes issues related to incorrect airflow, temperature control, and actuator noise. No mechanic required. Steering angle, sensor reset after alignment or battery loss. Modern cars rely heavily on steering angle sensors to assist with features like traction control, lane keeping, and stability systems. If this sensor becomes misaligned, often after a battery replacement or a wheel alignment, you might see a warning light pop up on your dashboard. Thankfully, resetting it is often easy and can be done without tools. Start the car, turn the steering wheel all the way to the left, then all the way to the right, and finally return it to the center. Then, drive straight ahead at a steady speed for around 10 seconds. Most systems will recognize the calibration and automatically turn off the warning light. If this doesn't work, a professional scan tool might be necessary. But in many cases, this simple routine gets the job done. Final tip, keep a reset log. Whenever you perform a reset, whether it's the transmission, HVAC, or any sensor, it's a smart idea to keep a written record. Jot down the date, what you reset, and what symptoms improved or didn't. Over time, this log becomes a valuable tool for diagnosing recurring issues. If a certain problem keeps coming back, it's not just a fluke. It's a sign of a deeper issue that needs attention. Having a record can also be incredibly helpful if you ever take your vehicle to a mechanic. With a detailed history in hand, diagnosing and fixing the root cause becomes quicker and more accurate, saving you time, stress, and unnecessary expenses. Now that you've learned 20 practical reset techniques, you have the power to fix many common vehicle problems yourself, often without spending a dime. No tools, no mechanic, and no waiting room. Just knowledge, a bit of time, and the confidence to take action. So, which of these resets have you already tried? Have any helped you dodge an expensive repair or uncover a hidden issue? Share your experience in the comments below. Let's build a community of smart drivers who don't just drive, but take control, learn, and win. If this information helps you save money or understand your car better, tap that like button, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more practical car wisdom.